I don't get it. How can I make a profit and not have any cash? I thought that profit was how much money you make at the end of the reporting period.
You need to understand, Damian. Profit and cash are not the same thing.
They are not?
No. The profit and loss statement does not include all the details of cash movements, whereas the statement of receipts and payments lists all the cash received and payments of cash.
Okay.
It also includes the opening and closing balance of the bank account. This report tells you the business's cash position, if you like, how much money it has.
Oh. So why do we use the word profit to mean how much money the business has made?
Well, the term profit is where there is an excess of revenue after expenses that have been incurred by the business have been subtracted. A loss is where expenses incurred are greater than the revenue earned by a business for a particular accounting period.
Aren't these the same thing?
Not always. Did you take any cash out of the business last reporting period?
Yes. I paid for a holiday to France, so I withdrew some money out of the business's bank account.
When you take money out of the business's account for your own personal use, it is recorded as drawings, not an expense.
Okay.
So while it is included in the statement of receipts and payments, it is not included in the profit and loss statement as an expense.
Can't I include it as an expense?
I'm afraid not. The only expenses you can include in the profit and loss statement are those expenses incurred in earning the business's income. Your holiday does not qualify.
I purchased a very expensive high-pressure cleaner last month, and that didn't get included in the profit and loss statement either.
Well, the high-pressure cleaner is not an expense.
Come on, Susan. I didn't buy it for personal use.
No. I realize that, Damian. But you still can't include it as an expense.
Okay, help me understand. Why not?
The high-pressure cleaner is classified as an asset. It will be used by the business to bring in future economic benefit.
Future economic what?
Future economic benefit. That is, the washer is expected to earn the business revenue in future reporting periods. This is why we classify it as an asset. So when the business buys an asset, there is no impact on owner's equity. Bank decreases and washing equipment increases by the same amount.
Oh.
Assets belong in the balance sheet. We will look at that report later. For now, all you need to remember is that revenue and expenses belong in the profit and loss statement and cash coming into the business and leaving the business belong in the statement of receipts and payments.
Okay. So when I buy an asset for cash, it impacts on the statement of receipts and payments, but does not get included in the profit and loss statement. Right.
Right.
Are there any other items that are not included in the profit and loss statement?
Good question, Damian. Yes, there are. Does your business collect and pay GST for goods and services?
Yes. But I do this on behalf of the Australian Taxation Office. I don't get to keep the GST.
That's right. GST is either an asset or a liability. Once the business has offset the GST collected against the GST paid, there is either GST owing, a liability, or GST receivable, an asset.
So what report does GST get recorded in?
When the business owes money to the ATO, it is a current obligation of the business to pay them money. Once the business makes the payment, this cash payment is recorded in the statement of receipts and payments.
I see.
Bank account decreases and current liability to ATO decreases by the same amount. Therefore, there is no impact on the owner's equity. Payments or receipts for GST do not impact on the profit and loss statement.
So Susan, tell me this, can I have a cash surplus and have a net loss?
Yes, you can. Damian. You can make cash contributions to the business and these are not recorded as revenue, but capital contributions.
Anything else?
You can receive a loan from the bank, which is recorded as a liability and increases cash at bank. It is not revenue earned by the business and therefore is not recorded through the profit and loss statement, but rather through the statement of receipts and payments.
Wow. I didn't realize there was so much to learn about the difference between cash and profit. Thank you, Susan.
You're welcome, Damian.